Hi, this is part 2 of understanding anxiety and how to cope. And the next thing on the list that I'd like to talk about is something called earthing or grounding. I discovered this technique myself last summer, and it is an amazing technique to use when dealing with anxiety. So what you do basically is you stand or sit directly on the ground, either in the grass or on dirt and sand. And for generally, if you're having a panic attack or an anxiety attack, if you do this for about 10 minutes while also using that breathing technique on top of it, it will very quickly dispel a lot of the anxiety feelings that you're feeling. Also, if you can remember that this is actually spring right now, so going out into the yard on a sunny day and playing in the dirt, playing in the sand, planting seeds, planting plants. This is a very good time to do that, and that is a great way to ground yourself while also doing something productive. It'll make you feel great. Another thing that you can do is go for a walk. A 20-minute walk is an amazing way to release some of that anxiety because your body gets built up with lactic acids when you're feeling anxiety, and when you walk, you're actually releasing a lot of that. Also, yoga for 20 minutes is also a great way to help with anxiety. There's stretches. If you can't do yoga and you can't walk, you can do stretches, which any type of body movement is going to help your anxiety. One of the really important things that every book that I've ever read on anxiety talks about reconnecting with nature. Nature is its own wonderful therapist. And so we need to remember that just because we're in quarantine right now doesn't mean that we can't go for a walk. We can certainly go for a walk as long as we're doing it where we're not in close proximity to other people. And there's plenty of places that we can go for walks and not be within 6 to 10 feet of other people. So another thing that we need to do is connect with others. Now, I know that we can't do this in person right now, and that makes it really hard. But you can call them because they really want to talk to somebody right now. I have found this personally to be very effective, not only in calming my anxiety, but also calming their anxiety. So you can share the fact that you're both feeling this way and validate each other that, oh yeah, you're feeling that too? Yeah, I'm feeling that too. Okay, maybe this is normal in this situation. So it's very helpful. Also, humans are social creatures, so being social is very important to keep up morale. Continue to be social within the limits of what is safe right now. Get sun. Sun is so important. It's important for your vitamin D levels. It makes you feel so much better. But vitamin D is actually not a vitamin. It is a hormone, and the sun helps you to make this hormone yourself through your skin as the sun touches your skin. What that does is help to regulate your melatonin so you'll sleep better at night, and it also helps to regulate the rest of your endocrine system, which your adrenal gland is part of. So talking about sleep is the next thing to talk about. If you're getting enough sun and you're getting some exercise, sleeping at night will be much easier. But if you're not sleeping well, then that's okay. It's pretty normal right now to not be sleeping that well. Not sleeping well means that you need to just be easy on yourself and give yourself more time in bed. It's okay. We're in quarantine, so you can go ahead and sleep an hour or two longer. 5 hours is not going to be enough right now, and it's okay to give yourself permission to sleep in. It's also good to let yourself have permission to take a nap if you start getting tired. Sleep actually boosts your immune system. It helps you to heal at night. It also helps you to be able to feel better during the day. And so it's very important to get enough sleep. And it helps with focus as well. It's okay to get up in the middle of the night. Up until the Industrial Revolution, humans did not sleep for a straight 8 hours. They only started doing that after we started having factory jobs and we had a train schedule to keep. That's when we switched to 8 hours a night. Normally, what we did before that is we would sleep 3 or 4 hours, get up, do things, and lay back down and sleep another 3 or 4 hours. So it's not unusual that we wake up in the middle of the night. It's actually biologically normal for us. But one of the things you can do, I know it's frustrating, is when you wake up in the middle of the night and you feel like you can't go back to sleep, grab that notebook that we talked about earlier and write those things down that are keeping you awake. Also, go ahead, make yourself some warm tea, non-caffeinated tea, and just relax and realize that it's okay. Also, reading something for a short time will probably help you fall asleep very quickly also. One of the things you can also use for better sleep is aromatherapy. Aromatherapy has been used around the world for thousands of years to help with many different conditions, and there are many types of oils that you can use with aromatherapy to help with relaxation. One of them is lavender. If you like that smell, that is a great one to use for relaxation. One of the other things that you can do, and something that I personally like, is salt lamps, because they help to ionize the air. So if the air is feeling stiff and you're feeling irritable and you turn these salt lamps on for a little while, for whatever reason, that you feel less irritated and less intense after these salt lamps are on. If you don't have salt lamps, you can also get some type of just salt rocks or just a bowl of salt, like what you would make ice cream out of, and just set it somewhere. Set it next to your bed. Set it just in whatever place that feels comfortable to you, and it helps to ionize the air. One of the big things that you can do to help you sleep better at night, and it also helps your entire body in general, is take a hot bath with salt and Epsom salts, which is magnesium sulfate. This is an amazing thing to do before bed. It helps those muscles that have been tight all day to relax, and it helps you to get better sleep because the magnesium sulfate is also helping your body have better communication between the cells. The salt also helps your body to get back its normal saline levels, and because we soak up through the water through our skin, and so if your body has been kind of off balance or feeling bad, and you go in and you take a hot bath, you'll find it's amazingly helpful, and you'll feel much more relaxed afterward. Now, I am not a doctor, so I am not recommending any kind of medical treatment. However, I have personally found that when it comes to helping the adrenal gland, which tends to become overactive when we're having a lot of anxiety, is ashwagandha that I personally use, and it helps, or it has been said to help, the adrenal glands to get back in order. I personally have found it effective. But again, I'm not a doctor. One of the other things that you can treat yourself with, and I know everybody's going to love this one, is dark chocolate. One piece of dark chocolate, when you're feeling very bad, is an amazingly effective treatment for anxiety or depression or irritability, because it actually is triggers a dopamine in your brain. It triggers dopamine in your brain. So one piece of dark chocolate when you're having a little bit of anxiety is well worth it. And if it doesn't have a lot of sugar in it, it's good for you. Okay. The next video, I'm going to talk about taking practical steps when it comes to dealing with your anxiety. This way, these are things that you can control in your environment that will help you be more, less anxious and feel more in control. And thank you so much for watching, and have a good evening.